2 years, and it almost got finished before the first lockdown, and then it came to a standstill, like life itself. And then I got it finished in November.
Noel Gallagher is a singer, songwriter, and musician from England. He was a member of the rock band Oasis as a composer, lead guitarist, and co-lead singer. He created and became the main singer, guitarist, and composer for Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds after quitting Oasis in 2009. Oasis became incredibly popular around the world during the 90s, and it helped Noel amass a considerable fortune. He eventually left the band in 2009 to pursue a solo career, causing Oasis to break up. Oasis lineup changed many times, although Gallagher and his brother Liam remained the core members. Oasis was never a particularly stable band, and the rivalry between Liam and Noel was legendary. After an especially bad altercation between the two brothers, Noel left the band and started a new band called Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds. Over the course of his career, Gallagher has been widely praised for his songwriting talents, with one critic even calling him the greatest songwriter of this generation.
And had such a strong musical identity that, and only with hindsight now looking back on it.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is Noel Thomas David Gallagher, but is also known as Noel Gallagher. He was born May 29, 1967 in Manchester, England, making him 54 at the time of this production. He stands at 5 feet 7 inches tall. Gallagher has stated in an interview that he has no hobbies. He went on to say that he thinks it's sad that he has no special hobbies like other people. However, he said that he likes to play guitar, but it's a professional thing for him and not a hobby. At the age of 18, Gallagher got engaged to his fiancée, Diane, but the two never married and ultimately separated. He left his family home in 1988 to live with Louise Jones, whom he referred to as his soulmate, and for whom he composed the song Slide Away. Gallagher said, "I don't believe I'll ever get over it," after their on-again, off-again romance ended in June 1994. Gallagher married Meg Matthews in Las Vegas in June 1997. He met her in 1994 via her roommate, MTV host Rebecca DeRuvo, with whom he was seeing at the time and who he dumped for Matthews. Annis Gallagher, Matthews' daughter, was born January 27, 2000. Gallagher and Matthews separated in January 2001, citing Gallagher's adultery with Scottish publicist Sarah McDonald, whom he met in June 2000 at an Ibiza nightclub called Space. Gallagher said after the divorce was finalized, he'd never been unfaithful and that he just pretended to have cheated on Matthews to speed up the divorce process. Gallagher then started a relationship with McDonald, about which he wrote Waiting for the Rapture. Donovan Rory McDonald Gallagher, born September 22, 2007, and Sonny Patrick McDonald Gallagher, born October 1, 2010, are their two sons. They married in a private ceremony at the Limewood Hotel in New Forest National Park on June 18, 2011. Russell Brand, a friend of his, was the best man. They now reside in Hampshire.
He kind of pulled that thing out of me where now I'm really confident of not having any ideas and just going into the studio and plugging something in that I can't play.
Noel Gallagher was born in the Longsight area of Manchester, the son of Irish Catholic parents Peggy and Thomas Gallagher. He has an older brother called Paul, in addition to Liam. The Gallaghers relocated to Ashby Avenue and subsequently Cranwell Drive in Burnage, Manchester, shortly after Liam's birth in 1972. Gallagher had a difficult upbringing as he and his siblings were often abused by their alcoholic father, who was also reclusive. He was nicknamed the oddball of the family by Liam. He and Paul both acquired stammers as a result of their anxiety around their father. According to reports, Paul was granted his own room as the eldest kid, but Noel was forced to share with Liam. Peggy and her husband were legally separated in 1976. In 1982, she eventually divorced him, taking her 3 kids with her. The Gallagher brothers, particularly Noel, were habitual truants as teenagers, often getting into problems with the law. When Gallagher's mother got a job in the school canteen, he made it a point to pay her a visit at lunch before missing the rest of the day. At the age of 15, he was dismissed from school for throwing a flour bag over a teacher. In the 1980s, he was a member of the Manchester City hooligan groups Mainline Crew, Under Fives, and Young Governors, and was sentenced to 6 months probation for stealing from a corner store at the age of 14. With nothing else to do during his time on probation, he started to teach himself how to play the guitar, a gift from his mother. He'd listened to his favorite songs on the radio and was especially inspired by the Smiths' appearance on Top of the Pops in 1983 when they performed their hit, This Charming Man. He subsequently said he wanted to be Johnny Marr from that day forward. In 1983, he played and scored for CLG Oyston, a Manchester Gaelic football side in Croke Park in Dublin. Noel started his music career as a roadie for the band Inspiral Carpets. After returning from a U.S. tour with the Inspiral Carpets, Gallagher discovered that his brother Liam had started a rock band called The Rain. Liam invited Noel to join the band, and Noel accepted the invitation on the condition that he would be the principal songwriter. After securing a contract with Sony, Oasis toured with The Verve and released the single Supersonic. They then released their debut album, Definitely Maybe, in 1994. This became the fastest-selling album in British history. They followed up with their second album, What's the Story, Morning Glory? This album performed well on the U.S. charts. After a number of successful albums and singles, Oasis split up in 2009, and Noel went on to found a new band called the High Flying Birds.
I couldn't, if I was to sit and write that statement, it would have been enormously long. And I was just in such a, no, I'm done. I've walked away and that's it.
Noel Gallagher earned a whopping £5.4 million from royalties from Oasis's back catalog over the past 12 months. The money is still rolling in thanks to their companies Big Brother Recordings and Oasis Merchandising Limited, the latter of which has £107,000 available in funds. According to the Sun newspaper's Bazaar column, the figures are incredible given Noel and Liam haven't had a record out together for over a decade. It's a testament to Oasis's super band status. To this day, Liam and Noel continue to be at loggerheads, and the band's ex-frontman recently claimed his older brother turned down a £100 million offer for a reunion tour. Noel's net worth is estimated to be around $70 million. In 2018, it was reported that Noel Gallagher had reduced the asking price of his London home to £8.95 million. He had originally listed the home for £11.5 million back in 2016. This residence features 6 bedrooms, high ceilings, and luxurious gardens. In addition, the home features a pool, tennis courts, and a library. It's also located in Little Venice, one of the most affluent areas of West London. Gallagher originally purchased this home for £8 million in 2010. In 2020, it was revealed that Gallagher had sold this home for a price of £8 million, breaking even and probably losing money when you consider the various fees associated with selling a home. In 2019, it was reported that Noel had purchased a home in Hampshire for £8 million. The country home is a notable departure from his West London residence, and it's believed that he made the decision so that his son could attend a posh school in the Hampshire area. The mansion features 7 bedrooms, a croquet lawn, and an adjoining cottage. Cars you'll discover in Noel Gallagher's garage include a Rolls-Royce, a vintage Jaguar car, and a Chevrolet Bel Air. A Chevrolet C4 Corvette. a Porsche 911,